Have you ever been in love with someone who felt like both a dream and a nightmare? One moment, they made you feel alive, like the universe had finally answered your deepest longing. But in the next, you felt drained, confused, and somehow less of yourself. It's a strange kind of love, one that lifts you up, only to slowly pull the ground from beneath your feet. You tell yourself it's passion. You tell yourself it's real. And maybe, in the beginning, it feels like destiny itself brought you together. But as time goes on, you notice a different energy. Their words cut deeper than they should. Their absence leaves you in panic, while their presence keeps you addicted. You feel chained, even when they swear they love you. This is the paradox Carl Jung warned us about: the lover archetype in its shadow form. A love that pretends to heal, but secretly consumes. A love that manipulates, seduces, and binds you, not because the other person is evil, but because unconscious forces are at play. And maybe, right now, you're remembering someone in your own life. Someone who made you question yourself. Someone who awakened something powerful in you, but also left you more broken than before. You are not alone. And this video found you for a reason. Because what Jung discovered is that the lover archetype is not just about relationships with others. It's about the relationship we have with our own soul. So, why do we fall into the arms of the manipulative lover? Why does the heart cling to what hurts it? And how do we break free from the shadow without losing the light? Are you ready to understand the real reason behind it all? Then let's keep going. Welcome back, beautiful soul, to Darker Wisdom Channel, where psychology's forbidden truths are finally exposed. This isn't self-help. This isn't spirituality. This is the raw, unfiltered knowledge your shadow has been hiding from you. Here, we don't just study the mind, we hunt it. We dissect the lies you've been fed about love, power, and manifestation. And most importantly, we arm you against your own darkness. Turn on notifications, because what comes next will rewire your reality. And if you dare to go deeper, subscribe so you never miss our soul-expanding content. With gratitude for your presence and support. The shadows are watching, but now so are you. Let's begin today's transformative exploration. Carl Jung believed that archetypes are ancient patterns within the psyche, forces of the collective unconscious. And the lover archetype is one of the most intoxicating of them all. At its best, the lover brings passion, intimacy, and vitality. But in its shadow, it becomes possessive, manipulative, and obsessive. Most people never realize this. When you fall for someone who embodies the shadow lover, you're not just dealing with them as a person. You're entangled with a timeless energy, a pattern that's far older than your story. That's why it feels so powerful, so magnetic, like you can't walk away, even when you know it's hurting you. Think about it. You meet someone who makes you feel alive again after years of numbness. They look into your eyes, and it's as if they see through your soul. For weeks, months, maybe even years, you feel high on that connection. But slowly it changes. You notice their love comes with conditions. Their affection turns into control. And when you pull away, they reel you back in. Not with cruelty, but with intensity. With passion. With promises that never quite land. This is how the manipulative lover archetype works. It doesn't enslave you with chains. It enslaves you with longing. You don't stay because you're weak. You stay because they awaken your deepest hunger for love and keep you just thirsty enough to keep drinking from their hand. And this doesn't only happen in romance. You can see the shadow lover in friendships that drain you, in jobs you're addicted to but hate, in habits that feel good but secretly consume you. The archetype shows up wherever desire becomes entanglement. Now that you see the truth, would you like to go deeper into how this shapes our story? Let me tell you a story. There was a woman who once loved a man who lit up her world. He was her sun and her moon. Every time he touched her, she felt as if she was finally enough. But slowly, she noticed she could no longer breathe without his approval. If he was happy, she was happy. If he withdrew, she collapsed. One night, after another argument, she sat in the dark, crying. And she heard a voice inside, a quiet whisper. It said, "This isn't love. This is hunger." That moment broke her, but it also freed her. Because for the first time, she realized that the love she was chasing from him was actually a reflection of the love she had abandoned in herself. That whisper, that realization, is what Jung called individuation. The moment we begin to separate the truth of our soul from the illusions of the archetype. Maybe you've had a moment like that, or maybe you haven't yet, but one day you will, because life, in its strange and merciful way, always reveals the truth. The shadow lover may seduce, may manipulate, may chain us, but eventually the soul demands freedom. And when that happens, the story changes. The chains loosen, and love begins to transform into something real, something chosen, not forced. Now that we've seen what change looks like, how do you create it in your own life? Let's move forward. The first step is awareness. You must recognize the lover archetype in both its light and shadow. Ask yourself, am I in love with a person or with an illusion? Am I choosing love, or am I addicted to longing? These questions cut deep, but they open the door to freedom. Second, you must reclaim your inner lover. Jung believed that what we project onto others, especially in relationships, is often what we have not yet owned within ourselves. If you are drawn to someone who manipulates through passion, perhaps it's because you've given away your own passion. If you are addicted to their validation, perhaps it's because you've denied yourself your own worth. Healing doesn't mean rejecting love. It means loving in a new way, one that doesn't drain you, but strengthens you. This could look like setting boundaries, even when it hurts. It could look like walking away, even when you still feel drawn. Or it could look like staying, but no longer letting the shadow control you. You see, the manipulative lover archetype feeds on unconsciousness. The moment you bring it into the light, its power begins to fade. It can no longer control you the same way. So I ask you now, where in your life have you mistaken hunger for love? Where have you been chasing intensity instead of intimacy? Do you want to hear the final truth, the one that ties it all together? Let's go to the last part. Here is the truth Jung wanted us to see. The lover archetype is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Its light brings you closer to beauty, intimacy, and divine union. Its shadow confronts you with your deepest fears, the fear of abandonment, the hunger to be chosen, the ache of not feeling whole. The manipulative lover enters your life not just to wound you, but to show you where you have forgotten your own power. The moment you see it, truly see it, the spell breaks. You no longer chase love like a starving beggar. You begin to embody it, to live it, to become it. So if you've been hurt, if you've been used, if you felt addicted to someone who gave you crumbs while you handed over your soul, hear me now. You are not broken. You are not unworthy. You are awakening. Because the shadow only has power until it is seen. And today, you've seen it. So walk forward with this knowing. The lover is already inside you. You don't have to beg for love anymore. You are love. And the moment you realize that, you will attract relationships that honor your soul, not drain it. If this message spoke to your heart, share it in the comments below. Your story matters, and someone else might need to hear it too. And if you want more wisdom on archetypes, love, and the hidden patterns shaping your life, subscribe to Darker Wisdom. Because your journey isn't ending here, it's only just beginning.